Well, 10 months ago, New Mexico were here at One Oak Field, securing a point to finish the season top of the league. However, it's the home side FC Tulsa who start this game in pole position, trying to extend their unbeaten league run to 12 games tonight. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into One Oak Field. Dave Saunders, joined by former professional Anna Bergel. And Anna, for you, why is this group so successful for FC Tulsa?
For FC Tulsa this year, they've just been able to find a way to win those close games. I think Luke Spencer has said it a few times. They're very critical of how they play, and there have been games where they haven't played well, but they've still found a way to get the points in the end, and I think that's what really separates these top teams from the pack.
8 days ago, FC Tulsa had to dig deep, and they did this late on to win the game of football.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. FC Tulsa finding a way, no matter what position they're in, to come back and win games. And Dave, this is again come from behind win at home, able to find a way, and Coley was the hero here. But Dave, there were so many players involved in this game. Carrera with the first goal, Lukic coming off the bench again, and you can see just the energy, the celebration, and I don't think One Oak Field has been this excited in a while, Dave.
No, I wanted to talk to you about that. We haven't heard One Oak Field excited as that in a long time, have we?
No, we haven't. I think you can just see there, this group has something special. You can tell just the chemistry they have and the fight that they have for the full 90-plus minutes, Dave. They've had so many late goals, as you've mentioned, and that's something that's really given them a great position heading into the back half of the season.
I'll tell you what, it is a beautiful night here. Maybe a little bit hot, but I'm sure the players won't mind. We're going to be back after the break for your first half call. Those lineups will bring you as well. It is FC Tulsa versus New Mexico United.
I couldn't lay down, I couldn't stand up.
My shoulder blade and the muscles between the shoulder blades.
Bent over, couldn't stand up straight.
The pain just got progressively worse.
Turns out that I had scoliosis.
When I walked into Tulsa Spine and Rehab for the first time, I definitely felt very welcomed.
Dr. Riley, I just made an automatic connection.
He's going to take care of you and your needs and get you going.
I walked out of here and I didn't have a crick in my neck anymore.
There is truly here the desire to help people get better.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies? To cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world? It takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Dear future Charlie, Mom said life is full of opportunities. She also said life is full of learning new things. Really, really cool new things. And when you have the right tools, there are a lot of skills to learn. If we all do the best we possibly can, you just never know whose life might change
for the better.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Ascension St. John. Ascension St. John is proud to care for our community on and off the field. Trusted for 100 years. We're here for every goal, every game, every step of the way. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. By Bill Knight Ford. Bill Knight Ford is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Bill Knight Ford is Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 15 years running. Stop by today and get your hands on your new Ford today. Bill Knight, home of the Knight Advantage. And by Williams. We make clean energy happen. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into a very warm night here at One Oak Field, downtown Tulsa, as we look at the FC Tulsa lineup, and there is a start for the new man wearing 19, Anna Bergel, Trevor Amin.
Yeah, FC Tulsa excited about what he can bring to this already successful group. Peñaranda in goal. He's had an outstanding season as always, but I think what's really important to note about this team, Dave, Luke Spencer mentioned it, obviously the players in the starting lineup, but the bench, it's been a full team effort throughout the season, and they've been playing so many games these last few days, so I'd imagine they'll be using the entirety of the bench as well.
And you couldn't get a better rest than 10 days that the opposition have had. That's New Mexico United. They make 2 changes. Big call in goal. Dropping to the bench is Alex Tambakis, and in comes Christopher Shakes for only his 2nd appearance of the season. And also there is a start for Will Seymour tonight. Anna Bogle, it can't happen again, can it? All this drama, you know, if you're Luke Spencer, do you say, look, go out there, thoroughly professional performance, and we'll win it 1-0, please?
I think as a head coach, he would absolutely take that. I know FC Tulsa fans throughout this season just have had their heart rates high and want something pretty standard.
We are a few seconds away from kickoff. Let's have a quick look at the injury report. Absolutely nobody for New Mexico United, and the goalkeeper Cole Johnson is out, which means that Johan Peñaranda's backup is one Michael Creek. Well, I was driving to the ground tonight, and it said it felt like 107. Yes, the pitch now is in some shade, but it's going to be a warm night.
It definitely is, and especially we've talked about at this point in the season, you're trying to manage legs, just manage players' injuries, so definitely something to be cognizant of. Hydration, I think we will have a couple of hydration breaks throughout this game to keep the players hydrated, but yes, something to look out for, absolutely. But I don't think either of these teams will be bothered. As we've talked about at this point in the season, just so much at stake here. FC Tulsa in absolutely great form, and then New Mexico United trying to get back in the win column here.
Boubacar Diallo, who does all that blue-collar work in the midfield. There's Luke Spencer, who is enjoying the best run for an FC Tulsa coach in franchise history. It would be 12 games tonight if they can avoid defeat. New Mexico will get us underway as they play the ball all the way back to Christopher Shakes, who belts the ball back into the FC Tulsa half. They will be playing from left to right in those bright yellow shirts and are on the attack here. There's a header away by A.B. Sissoko, and Owen Dahm hits the referee. Well, that's a nice way to be introduced to the game now. They're just checking, actually, if the referee's okay here. I think that was a ball to the head, and we might need to just see if the referee needs it. Yeah, we're going to get some concussion protocol here. And unusual, poor old Jeremy Shear is our referee, and that's his first action. Nice to see the referee with a smile on his face, but I think it's right for the players, officials, no matter who it is, you've got to check them out if there's a concussion possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. It's standard in the run of play, but want to make sure referees are taken care of as well. Both teams with a bit of a pause here, as it looks like he is getting concussion protocol.
There's the New Mexico coach, Dennis Sanchez. He was appointed in December 2024. This, interestingly enough, after taking his Las Vegas Lights side to Isotopes Park, the home of New Mexico United, in the playoffs last year and beating New Mexico 1-0. And then they promptly appointed him, and he's done a very fine job as the New Mexico coach. And looking at their match notes, wanting them to go to new heights, and obviously topping the league. More about that during the broadcast last year. There's a first long ball looking for Trevor Amin, who is the latest signing there in the white boots. There's Luke Spencer, who seemingly can do no wrong. He got the Coach of the Month award for July, and as I've already said, the best unbeaten streak by any FC Tulsa coach. Congratulations to Luke Spencer, who, you know, I was looking at the interview that Arthur Rogers gave, and he said Luke Spencer has found a way to get 22 guys together and galvanize them as a team.
And I think that's key. We've talked about, you know, just the success that FC Tulsa has had, but they've had their starting lineups, but really they've changed in and out each game depending on, you know, the opposition or what makes sense or who's playing well. And I think he really breeds that competition in training, which elevates everyone around them, and that's really something hard to do, to have everyone buy in.
That's the wayside on the attack here. Here's the ball out to Akale. Akale gets it back. Danger for FC Tulsa. Ball into the box, headed away by Rogers. And FC Tulsa survived that, but New Mexico United mean business here. They're obviously a quality side from their history. They have lost the last 3 league games, Anna, but don't let that fool you. They are a very good outfit. And when I was looking at their players, we'll just come back to Akala here, who's in acres of space here. Left-footed ball drifted into the area. And there's Boubacar Diallo getting it away. They're a very experienced squad, and they've got several players in their, 3rd, 4th seasons with them. So, you know, it's a good club, good foundation to the club, well supported, and, you know, they mean business here tonight at One Oak Field.
And you brought up a good point. I mean, the veteran status, when you have players like that have been there, know what it takes to win at this level, it can really help just bring everyone else up with you. And, you know, New Mexico United still sitting in a fine position, 5th currently in the Western Conference, 10 points back. So the top 8 go to playoffs, so they're still very much in it.
Jalen Lindsay hits the ball into the face of Lamar Batista, and the referee Jeremy Shear coming across saying, I know exactly how you feel with a ball to the head. And Lamar Batista will need a little bit of attention here. Never pleasant. And Destiny Malaguna will have to come on again, the head athletic trainer here. Lamar Batista, I think, probably saying something along the lines of, I'm okay, little drink, little concussion protocol again. There's Johan Peñaranda with the referee. Referee experienced, Jeremy Shear, and he is okay. Johan Peñaranda, what a professional. I was talking to one of our technical guys, Roger, and he was saying at the end of last game, Johan Peñaranda was thanking everybody, and I mean everybody, not just fans, you know, and opposition players, but he was talking about people that run the concessions and were putting away the advertising boards at the end of the game. He is just FC Tulsa through and through, and a thoroughly good professional.
Yeah, he's definitely a player that fans have gotten behind, and I think it's really neat. The types of players that they've brought in this season have really done a great job. Just high character players. Dave, I think you and I have mentioned before, we've interviewed a lot of them this season, and they've all been very polite, easygoing, just really fun guys. And I know that this squad is, again, able to have good chemistry off the field, but has found a way to get it done on the field as well.
And they've all bought into what Caleb Sewell, the general manager here, sporting director, has been telling us, that, you know, if you're not that kind of player, then you won't fit in this season, and they all seem to be buying in. Lamar Batista is okay, and he's going to take this throw in on the left-hand side, just crept a couple of yards inside the New Mexico half here. Welcome into One Oak Field as Marcus Serrato just overcooks that one. You're welcome in here on ESPN Plus, and also My41 here locally in Tulsa. And here is Will Seymour, one of the 2 changes. There's the other one, Christopher Shakes, from the last game when New Mexico were at Hartford Athletic, losing by 4-0. Jalen Lindsay wearing 24.
Dave, New Mexico United kind of fortunate there to come out of that. You saw some of that high pressure from FC Tulsa there trying to turn over.
Good start from New Mexico here. Ball falls kindly for Lindsay. FC Tulsa, everybody behind the ball. They do like to break quickly, do FC Tulsa. Ball away from Arthur Rogers. And the header goes back to Shakes. Jalen Maples, the captain, back to Shakes, wearing all red tonight. AB Sissoko with Hurst underneath this one. Lamar Batista up against Akale. Look out for that battle. That will be a good one. Owen Darm will help out as well, playing as a kind of left wing back. Will Seymour. Jalen Lindsay. That's a good ball to Akale. Up against Batista. Akale round Darm. Now the ball out to Lindsay, who's come up from right back. Back to Akale. Those two linking up extremely well. Akale now chipping it to the far post. There's a good header away from Harvey Sinclair. And then Serato tidies up. And Jamie Webber will play the ball over the top, and here's a real chance for Trevor Amin. Trevor Amin, can he get a shot away? He can, but it's just wide. Well, that's FC Tulsa in a nutshell for you. They soaked up the play, one ball over the top, and Trevor Amin very close to opening his account in his full debut for FC Tulsa.
You can see how quickly things can change here in transition. Good ball up over the top. Amin just trying to maintain composure. Great pressure. New Mexico United just trying to knock him off, and does just enough. That shot goes wide. But FC Tulsa excited about the impact that he can make, Dave, in the attack, and you saw a glimpse of it there.
Yeah, let's have a look at the keys to the game here, Anna.
Yeah, and I think, coming into this game, every game, they've wanted to dictate the pace of play and kind of be on that front foot. And you noticed, in that last play, they've kind of had to absorb some pressure here from New Mexico United. So we'll want to kind of get back to that here. Another thing, to just be compact defensively. So just have numbers in the box, make it difficult for New Mexico United to break them down and find those combination plays. And then FC Tulsa at home, Dave, have had so much success, so much energy. And I feel like each game, these fans just get more and more excited. The louder they are, the better FC Tulsa plays. And so kind of playing into that, I think, especially at this point in the season, is really important.
Well, you and I said in the Open, when Coley scored that late winner, I mean, I know it was dramatic. Come back to that, because here's Boubacar Diallo. But the noise level here at One Oak Field was something that I have not heard too often over the past 10 years. So it was dramatic. Coley with that effort. He's on the bench tonight, the Australian. There's Owen Darm heading back in field. Diallo manages to get it to Sissoko. They can't find Taylor Carrera, who's FC Tulsa's top goal scorer. And at the moment, you'd say in those keys to the game, it's New Mexico who are dictating the pace of the game, Adam.
They are, and they're having a lot of success on this right wing, just the combination play. Akale has been excellent so far in this first half, keeping that ball close, the movement off the ball as well, just finding ways in behind. Lindsay's had a few good passes in behind to kind of break through FC Tulsa's defense, so definitely something to look out for. And Dave, coming into this game, you and I talked just previously, New Mexico United, they're comfortable passing the ball around. They're comfortable trying to shift teams over and look for those windows in behind, and you can see that here. So FC Tulsa needing to kind of be a bit more congested to break that up.
And the team in yellow, New Mexico United, enjoying good possession here. Work it out to the left to Gloucester. And now FC Tulsa playing in those black and gold shirts from right to left on your screens here at One Oak Field, trying to clear their lines. But back come the New Mexico side. It's out by Sissoko as we tell you that Guerra Signs are industry leaders in visa processing for professional athletes. They work hard off the field for the players to succeed on it. Reach out today for your organization's consultation. 0-0 here. We're in the 12th minute between FC Tulsa and New Mexico United. FC Tulsa have scored 30 goals, league goals, to the 22 from New Mexico. But the stat, Anna, that over 8,400 as the ball's through to Peñaranda. FC Tulsa way down the list, around about sort of the 5,300 mark. So quite a difference in the number of passes. So you can say good, successful teams we've got out there playing in different ways, different styles.
Yeah, and we've seen some of that really so far in this game. I mean, New Mexico United has definitely had their lion's share of possession and been very comfortable with the ball, and then FC Tulsa's key opportunity came from a quick transition over the top. I'm in and behind, and think that's something that Luke Spencer really focuses on with his team, is just being intentional with the ball, trying to get forward quickly. And New Mexico United comfortable passing the ball around, trying to open teams up, find plays in behind, as FC Tulsa with some pace here.
Calera back to Dom. Owen Dom inside the box, goes down. Nothing from the referee. I think Dom may have just tripped over his own foot there. Now here's Greg Hurst with A.B. Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy Lacourse law yellow card for A.B. Sissoko, who's going to the assistant and saying it was Greg Hurst pulling my shirt in the first place. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can get anything from this.
You can understand what he's saying, but I do think there was a little bit extra right here. You see the arm wrapped around, but both players going at it there, but that's an opportunity going in behind quickly, kind of stopping the run of play, stopping a promising attack, I think is what the referee was thinking there. So yellow card issued, and that will change the dynamic for Sissoko because it's early in the match, playing on a yellow card. He'll have to be mindful of that going into tackles.
Yep, A.B. Sissoko, as you say, getting the first Lacourse law yellow card. And here is Akale with the what you would think would be an in-swinger of the left foot. He might just try and get it in behind the back line there. 0-0 the score, 15th minute. Here at One Oak Field, the crowd quietens. Referee just sorting out the defensive pushing and shoving. There's a header away from Batista, which was a good one. Weber down, and this is how they like to break, although that's easy for New Mexico to get it back to their goalkeeper, Christopher Shakes. And here is the danger man, in my opinion, Akale, the 28-year-old. Likes to have the football at his feet. Jalen Lindsay goes back here to Seymour. Maples. All worked out to the left-hand side to Valentin Noel. Into the grateful arms of Johan Peñaranda, but they are a good side, and they are... No, they know how to, work from back to front. All teams like the centre-backs in the modern game, and don't they, to play, but certainly already you would say that Maples and Seymour, and Jabang, they've all been involved, haven't they?
They have. I mean, it's been a collective effort and attack from New Mexico United. They've been able to get numbers in and around the 18, the combination play. I think you're right. Akale, Lindsay, they've all been really involved and made it difficult for FC Tulsa to get forward and have more of that possession. So FC Tulsa trying to slow the game down here, kind of keep composure, connect more passes, but New Mexico United has definitely come in with energy.
Here's Harvey Sinclair up from the back. Plants the ball into the box, chested down by Weber, nearly, very cleverly. Here's Diallo, could try one. Goes short, he gets a 1-2 back. Diallo still with the ball at his feet here. Diallo gone down, penalty to FC Tulsa. Diallo would not give up, and in the end, it is Zelalem who brings him down, and FC Tulsa have a penalty, and Taylor Carrera will take it. Now, there is some talk to the referee. Let's just have a look. Referee in no doubt here, Anna.
Yeah, this is what you like to see from FC Tulsa, the combination play, and then Diallo trying to get in behind here. It looked like there might have been the slightest of touches at the end, but let's see, Diallo doing a great job to stay on his feet. Looked like Diallo got tangled up a bit there. I can understand the questioning from New Mexico United after that last play. Nonetheless, referee confident in the decision, and a penalty kick opportunity upcoming here for FC Tulsa.
Taylor Carrera is 5 from 5 in league and cup from the spot. Christopher Shakes, the goalkeeper, waits on his line. Jeremy Shear checks everybody is outside the 18-yard box. And in the 18th minute, FC Tulsa have a chance to go ahead. Boubacar Diallo adjudged to have been fouled in the area. Taylor Carrera waits. Referee blows the whistle. Carrera will come up and hit this right-footed and easily beats Shakes and slots home his 10th league goal of the season. It is FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 0.
Carrera calm from the spot, taking advantage of the opportunity from FC Tulsa here. Really against the run of play, FC Tulsa finds themselves good combination play at the top of the box. Diallo earning the penalty kick opportunity, and Carrera, you see, just confidently, pretty much right down the middle, slight right, Shakes, picks the opposite direction, and Carrera puts FC Tulsa up first.
Double figures for FC Tulsa's top goal scorer, and as I said, he's now 6 from 6 in the spot. There was a penalty in the Open Cup, one in the Jägermeister Cup, but he has got 4 in the league and just is so good from the spot. FC Tulsa's second consecutive game when they've got a penalty. Of course, Taylor Carrera was not on the field in Monterey Bay in midweek. It was the responsibility went to Arthur Rogers, who coolly put that one away. FC Tulsa winning that one by 3-2. And you'd have to say, we talked about the contrasting styles against the run of play. And here's New Mexico now trying to break forward, but Boubacar Diallo, credit his run, Anna, he just wouldn't give up, would he?
No, and I mean, obviously a big piece of that goal. He did a great job, the combination play with Weber. Again, there was some creativity kind of before that, so you could feel FC Tulsa trying to find more of a rhythm, but really just kind of unfortunate for Zalelem, because in that position you kind of have to make a decision. Diallo had gone past him. If you go to ground, there's always an opportunity and a chance where if the attacker goes down, it doesn't really matter how much contact. That's what the referee sees, and there's always a risk there. So something to think about, no matter how much contact there was. Either way, the referee awarded the penalty kick, and FC Tulsa taking advantage and looking to play with a bit more confidence here now.
And their 31st team goal in the league this season. Forward comes the captain, Maples. Picks out Valentin Noel, signed from Las Vegas Lights. To the byline they go, pulled back, there is Diallo, scoops it away. Seymour though keeps it alive, back to Maples. Here's the ball into the box, a player goes down, it's going to go away for a corner. Well, from the ER to orthopedics to brain surgery, Ascension St. John has got you covered. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. 1-0. Let's have a look at the replay. Jabang it was who went in down in the box there, claiming his shirt was pulled. Just see him go down there, and then Batista had to be careful that he didn't handball it, and it's away for a Katrina Freshmax corner, which will be taken by the smiling Akale into the box to the far post, headed over, and it will be a goal kick. Well, the USL on the CBS Sports Network Championship Eastern Conference playoff contenders North Carolina FC and Detroit City FC face off on Friday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, all on the CBS Sports Network. Johan Peñaranda, 4 clean sheets this season. Clears the ball. Owen Darm. Ball scooped to the right-hand side. Gloucester's there to battle with Harvey Sinclair. The number 47 wins the duel, but Gloucester says, I'll have the second duel. Here's Valentin Noel, the Frenchman. Shares a 1-2. Noel has gone down, but the referee will say that that will be a goal kick. Well, there was certainly a touch from Rogers. There was a touch from Noel, who's lying there on the... just to see if he would have got the corner. Let's have a look at the replay. Of course, the referee only gets one look with the assistant.
It's a really good combination play in behind, and Noel trying to get around that corner. It looks like there might have been a touch from Rogers there. Tough angle to tell from the referee, but
Arthur Rogers, who, as I said, slotted home his second of the season with that penalty late on in Monterey Bay. Valentin Noel, who was signed from Las Vegas Lights. He got 50 appearances actually for Las Vegas Lights, or nearly 50 appearances. He actually played on this ground in the 7-goal thriller that FC Tulsa won by 4-3 against Las Vegas Lights. That was back on July the 12th. So he's used to this field. He's slotted in very well with New Mexico. He's a good player, is Valentin Noel, wearing 21. Frenchman, played his college ball at Pittsburgh Panthers.
And I know coming in with New Mexico United, I mean, made pretty much an immediate impression, scoring off the bench in his debut. So he's really been one of those players that has just brought energy, creativity to the midfield, and has quickly become really just a presence for the midfield in this team.
There's the ball looking for the experienced Greg Hurst. Greg Hurst has started, there's the ball over the top there, but Greg Hurst up front, and has only started, this is his 7th start, but he's got 3 goals. He's been a good servant to New Mexico. 28-year-old, scored 25 goals last year. He's a true number 9, is Greg Hurst. Here's Arthur Rogers. Harvey Sinclair. Trying to find the front line with Trevor Amin, but couldn't find him. Maples goes back to Shakes. Seymour. We did hear that one of the coaching staff for New Mexico got a Lacoste Law yellow card. Here's Seymour, the Englishman, 33-year-old. He's in his 12th start this season for the black and yellow. Akale. Zelalem, who gave the penalty away, involved in the midfield. Here's Owen Darm. Boubacar Diallo on the edge of his box, scooping it forward. And there is a player down in the FC Tulsa box. And I just want to sort of tease this out a little bit more. It really is a contrasting style. I'm looking at the stats here, and New Mexico have had 69% of the possession, and yet they find themselves, okay, it was a penalty kick. And FC Tulsa are certainly relying on the break. It really is contrasting styles tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, and we knew coming in, we mentioned just the amount of passes New Mexico United has made this season, and they're comfortable that way. They like to try to stretch teams out. They want to be very intentional with their play. They get people in behind, and they've really done a great thing there. Boko on a yellow card, so something to be mindful of, but you see Luke Spencer there trying to guide his team and keep them in a position where they can stay on the front foot. As in the last few games, you know, Dave, they've had to come from behind, so try to manage this game a little bit better. But against the run of play, FC Tulsa, again, we've talked about kind of their resiliency that they've had this season, and just able to find a way even when maybe they don't have as much of the ball, or maybe they haven't had as much of a rhythm in the game or in the first half, or find themselves, you know, not playing up to their standard, and yet here they are with the lead. And I think credit to Diallo as well. They had some good moments that led to that goal opportunity, and Taylor Carrera able to take advantage.
Well, the fans are enjoying themselves. You do need some liquid on board tonight. It is a warm night here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's been pretty hot all day. And New Mexico in those fetching.
Great job combining with Weber to build up to that opportunity, and Carrera perfect from the spot this season, right down the middle, confidently taken. Shakes, goes the other way. But New Mexico United, again, Dave, they've had really good spells of possession going forward. They've had some combination play. We'll get a quick look here. Akale, key standout player in the first half. Again, the way he's been able to dribble through the back line and create opportunities. His runs off the ball have really just opened up the defense. So something for FC Tulsa to be aware of, and definitely have to watch him as this game continues to develop.
Yeah, Akale is a class act. Serato has found it difficult to get into this game. Him and Diallo are the blue-collar workers in the midfield. Zelalem finds Lindsay, goes back to Will Seymour. Jalen Maples, the captain, the 26-year-old, plays it wide to Valentin Noel. Noel again seeing a lot of the ball wide on the left here. Taylor Carrera having to be an extra defender back there. But again, FC Tulsa have done well. And in the end, Trevor Amin gets the foul. And, you know, it's effective, isn't it? Okay, we'll just see the replay here. But, I mean, the possession for New Mexico, like you said, you feel at some stage they will get in behind the FC Tulsa defence, but FC Tulsa are a hard nut to crack, aren't they? They're well, I think it's fourth fewest goals they've conceded. It's difficult to score on them, isn't it?
It is, and that was a point of emphasis coming into this game as well, was to just stay compact defensively, make it difficult, maybe kind of breed some frustration in the attack, because they haven't been able to get in behind. Noel's done a great job kind of getting around the outside, but then the final pass is broken up, and there's just things here or there where FC Tulsa is really limiting that final pass for New Mexico United, and they'll just have to find a way. And it's obviously, you know, what you do with that possession and how productive you are when you do have the ball. And FC Tulsa, they've just been able to do that this season, whether they've had 80% possession or 40%, what have you. They've done a great job being effective and clinical in those moments.
Maples then bringing the ball out from the back line for New Mexico United. Here they come again. Noel with a shooting chance, and it's just wide. Well, Valentin Noel is enjoying life on the left-hand side, cutting in on that right foot. And let's have a look at the replay just to see how close this was to Johan Peñaranda's goal.
Yeah, really good cutting inside. You see, just doesn't really have that curl on it, able to find that back post. But when you give him that space and he takes it, the ability that he has with his right foot, Johan Peñaranda was fully outstretched there, beaten if that one is on frame. And New Mexico United still yet to have a shot on goal in this first half, but that one pretty close.
Well, as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. FC Tulsa leading by a 1-0. The fourth penalty kick converted of the season in the league by their top goal scorer, Taylor Carrera. Akale has got Lindsay wide. Lindsay steps in field. Zelalem lays it off to Will Seymour. Now Chris Gloucester on that left-hand side. Noel, who had that shot just wide of the target. Short to Greg Hurst. They work it well on the 18-yard box, but FC Tulsa holding firm with 11 behind the ball. Gloucester again wide on that left-hand side to Hurst, the Scotsman, into the box, away by A.B. Sissoko. And FC Tulsa with this low block are just happy to sit in there and clear the danger when they can and go on the break to the likes of Trevor Amin, who's up front, the new signing. Interesting as well that Greg Hurst, who on the ball here, he's not afraid to come off the front line. Noel curls another shot, but this time Peñaranda's right in the way of that one. And an easy save for Johan Peñaranda. The man from Long Beach, New York, says, thank you very much, that's right into my gloves.
And if you could see a reaction from Sissoko after that last play. Defenders have to step up quicker there and not allow the strike. They're pushed a bit too far off, need to meet them a bit quicker, because New Mexico United, we've seen...
Now Greg Hurst here has stolen the ball away. Good tackle, Sissoko. Hurst still again, can he make it 1-1? Still with the ball, and he hits it home, and Greg Hurst would not give up, and he equals the game up in the 34th minute. It is FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 1.
Talked about New Mexico United trying to be productive with the possession that they've had. They've had a great first half in and around the 18, had yet to have a shot on goal, but Hurst just not giving up on this play. FC Tulsa defense, just a miss at the back. We'll get another look here, trying Sissoko. Initially a great challenge, but then just miscommunication here, and Hurst, good players of his caliber, aware of the situation, staying locked in on where the ball is, and able to put that one away.
Greg Hurst, his 4th of the season in only his 7th start. We have a game on here, it's 1-1. FC Tulsa will need to pick themselves up again here. The neutral would say New Mexico deserved a goal.
I think they absolutely do. I mean, they've had a great first half, as we've mentioned. I mean, nearly 73% possession in this first half, and they've been comfortable with the ball. They've had great movement in that attacking third to try to create that space. Most of their opportunities have come from long-range efforts because FC Tulsa has made it difficult. But I think, sometimes it just takes a heads-up play, a great individual effort, and there you got a little bit of both from a lapse in defense from FC Tulsa, but Hurst had to take advantage.
Boubacar Diallo sweeping the ball in. There's a good lead from Amin, and then it went through to Taylor Carrera, and in the end, New Mexico try to clear their lines with Zico Bailey there. Now they do with Valentin Noel, and suddenly he's got lots of space. He goes down, and the referee says that's an easy free kick. Harvey Sinclair. Well, the USL on ESPN2 Championship Western Conference powerhouse Phoenix Rising FC take on the surging Eastern Conference Tampa Bay Rowdies in a Saturday night showdown. That's August the 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Another mouth-watering fixture in the USL Championship to look forward to. There seems to be something happening in every game you tune into. Here's Valentin Noel and Harvey Sinclair with the foul.
We've seen Noel do that a couple times where he's had the ability to kind of drop that shoulder, cut in, and FC Tulsa trying to find a way to defend it. Two-man wall here.
Zico Bailey goes short to Chris Gloucester. Gloucester with that trusty left foot to the far stick, but it's gone away for a goal kick and a bit of a waste. But it's 1-1 as you get a beautiful shot there from behind the net. There's Chris Gloucester, 25-year-old, played college ball here in 2018. He actually played in Germany for the Hanover second team in his 9th start of the season, signed in January 2024. So he's in his 2nd season with New Mexico. There's a header away from the captain Maples. Ball again picked up by Zelalam. Bailey running down the heart of the field here. Sliding challenge from Serrata, the Brazilian. Does well. Diallo tries to play it up to Jamie Webber. Webber does get the ball, and then he doesn't get fouled. Seymour picks it up. Zelalam will play it out to the dangerous Akali. Akali into the box, onto his left foot, shoots. And a low save for Johan Peñaranda, who keeps the score at 1-1.
Get another look here at that last sequence, but Akale, we've talked about him all in this first half, but the ability that he has to keep the ball so close to his feet, great technique, just to try, again, it's just the body movements there. He's not even moving the ball, but just to create a bit of space and a shot opportunity, but right at Johan Peña.
Harvey Sinclair's there with the goalkeeper. Christopher Shakes does well, and the assistant referee says that Harvey Sinclair did push the goalkeeper. Keeper did well there.
FC Tulsa again on the build-up. Right before that play, Weber had a fantastic touch in behind to Dom. And then Dom trying to find it. Shakes wins it fairly. I think referee maybe trying to just play it safe from a goalkeeper's perspective there, but
well, tonight's match is brought to you by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place delivering lasting pain relief. Are you saying that goalkeepers are a protected species, Annabelle?
as a forward, I would say yes.
There's the ball through to another protected species, and that's Johan Peñaranda. Lamar Batista. Batista enjoying his first season at FC Tulsa. Long ball from him is going to go all the way through to Shakes. He's performed very well. He did have one start, and in fact he kept a clean sheet, made 5 saves, and they beat Oakland by 3-0. Christopher Shakes, but of course he's been living a little bit in the shadow of Alex Tambakis, who is on the bench tonight. Again, New Mexico enjoying plenty of possession. There's a low ball into the box, and that's a very good clearance by Lamar Batista, who had Greg Hurst breathing down his neck there, the goal scorer. 5 minutes to go till half time. Good game, 1-1 the score. Akale inside the box again, trying to trick his way through. Good ball into the box, headed away. FC Tulsa clear their lines, but back come New Mexico again. There's a shot towards goal. That is a wonderful goal. Oh, you have to say the shape of the shot was absolutely wonderful from Usman Jabang. Only his second goal of the season, and with just 4 minutes to go, it is now FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 2.
What was so special about this play? I mean, Lindsay just playing what appears to be just a simple ball back to the top of the box, but Jabang's body position, he understands where the goal is, and the strike and the curl just doesn't allow Johan Peñaranda to get over in time. It was well struck, excellent technique, and New Mexico United come from behind here in the first half.
Jabang has his second of the season to go with his goal, in the only goal actually in the 1-0 home win against Monterey Bay back in April. But what a wonderful finish that was. Johan Peñaranda could not do anything about that at all, and there is the goal scorer heading away. I mean, you would appreciate that as a player yourself, Anna. That was just pure class, wasn't it?
Well, and again, I mean, Jabang, he wasn't forecasting his next move. His body almost completely, squared to the goal, and his ability to get his hips turned and generate the power that he did. Excellent strike.
Now, late on in this first half, Owen Dahm with the long flat throw into the area. We'll come back to Dahm. We'll go to the line. Is with Akale, and FC Tulsa will have a Katrina Freshmax corner. And as I said, it's late on in this first half. Arthur Rogers has come from the back three to take this one. He is somewhat of a dead ball specialist, is Rogers. Often around the free kick, took the penalty in Monterey Bay. Here he is on the corner, holds the left arm aloft. Plenty of players. He goes short here to Serrato. Serrato, good ball here to Rogers. Could hit one. Arthur Rogers, but he's got underneath that one, and that one finishes up in about row M. And Arthur Rogers, by his own standards, will want that one back.
Yeah, that's an opportunity, especially with the space he had in front of him. New Mexico United defenders kind of ceasing there. He gets his head up and opts to go from a bit distance, but he had some more space to run into and just skies that one up over the bar.
Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Well, there it is. FC Tulsa have been here, and they've done that. It's FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 2. But I guess if you've watched FC Tulsa a bit this season, you know that they can come back from this, Anna, but it just seems, without being negative, I mean, and complimenting the team in yellow here, New Mexico, this is going to be difficult, more difficult task with respect to others they played to come back from this 2-1.
It is, and I mean, a key component of that being that New Mexico United has done a great job in this first half of staying composed, maintaining possession, the movement off the ball, and obviously just from a performance perspective, they've done a great job, but from like a physicality and just fitness perspective, I mean, they're a bit fresher. They've had, 10 days rest. FC Tulsa has played numerous games in the span of 10 days, and that will start to play into things as this game continues to develop, and especially as FC Tulsa needing to play, with a bit more sense of urgency to try to find that equalizer.
Here's Harvey Sinclair. We're in the 45th minute. Rogers has gone on the overlap. Boubacar Diallo will shoot from a long way. It takes a deflection and luckily goes straight to Christopher Shakes, who will take some time out of the game here. I mean, can you blame fatigue? I mean, like you said, they went to California, didn't they, in the midweek, having played here, 8 days ago? And here they are. But if you're top of the league, you've got to do it, haven't you?
Right. I mean, I don't think you can blame fatigue at all. I do think it's, just a dynamic that all teams have to deal with. But, credit New Mexico United, they're trying to put themselves back in the win column and coming into a tough environment here at One Oak Field, and they've really been on the front foot since the first half whistle blew. And after going down a goal with really against the run of play, they've done a great job sticking to their game plan, staying composed, keeping possession, and just finding a way through with some outstanding quality goals to do it, putting FC Tulsa on the back foot. And we've seen them come from behind, Dave. I mean, they've had those games where, you go into halftime, I don't know what Luke Spencer says to them, and they come out a completely different team, but New Mexico United is a quality side, and it will definitely be a tough mountain here.
5 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Here's Taylor Carrera trying to twist and turn his way into the box. Now there was a foul. Carrera's been fouled by the man who gave away the penalty, actually. It's the number 6 there, Gideon Zelalem. So a chance for FC Tulsa late on. They do score goals from set pieces. And here's the foul. Carrera there. Referee Jeremy Shear says that will be a free kick. We're in Tulsa Tech stoppage time. There will be at least a 4-man wall. And the referee will get the wall back 10 yards. And take your pick. Jamie Webber's there. Arthur Rogers just walking out of shot. Don't forget Marcus Serrato with that wonderful free kick at the other end of the field. Could fancy his chances here from the left foot. It is slightly right of centre. Webber taking a look as well. Brazil and South Africa over the ball. There's the 5-man wall. Greg Hurst just on the end there, wearing 17. Referee is satisfied that the wall is back. Blows the whistle. Now up comes Serrato. Hits it low, just wide. It went through the wall. But it will be a goal kick. Serrato kept that one low, Anna, but just wide of the target.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you definitely want to try to put something on frame. Force Shakes to make a save here. Wall jumps, it goes under. So you get the idea there, just not able to convert.
Well, I'm sure that Coach Dennis Sanchez would have said and will say at half-time, watch out for FC Tulsa in the second half, because they came out and scored 2 goals in the Las Vegas Lights game within 2 minutes of the restart. So I'm sure that's been talked about. Gloucester lifting the ball over the top, looking for Hurst, but Sissoko got there. Hurst looked as though he might have been offside, but there was no flag. And now New Mexico could have the last effort here with 49 minutes coming up on the clock in the 5 minutes being added on by the referee. Of course, we had the hydration break because of the temperature. The sun is long gone, but it is still a warm night here in downtown Tulsa. Noel, who's had a good first half. Lindsay out to the danger man, Akale. Akale to the byline, pulls it across the box. If you look at Akale on the right and Valentin Noel on the left, it's pretty good service for the likes of Greg Hurst, isn't it?
It is, and both of them we've seen have the ability with both feet. I mean, Noel a few times has had success cutting inside with the shots from distance, but Akale, we've seen him go inside, outside. He's made great runs off the ball as well, so definitely some wing threats here, and both of them have had great first halves.
Here's Owen Dahm late on, a few seconds left, has to check his run. Diallo, A.B. Sissoko to Arthur Rogers. It's going to have to happen fairly quickly to get inside the 50-minute mark. Serato lifts it into the box. Shakes will just have the ball at his feet. Trevor Shakes has had a pretty good first half, and the referee says that will do it. And the players will go into the locker room, and both respective coaches, Dennis Sanchez of New Mexico and Luke Spencer for FC Tulsa, will have their work cut out for different reasons with different team talks.
Absolutely. I mean, New Mexico United coming into this game wanting to snap the streak they've been on and get themselves back in the win column, and they've had a great first half performance, 2 goals to show for it after coming from behind after FC Tulsa's penalty kick converted from Taylor Carrera, but FC Tulsa with some work to do here in the second half.
Before the second half, we'll have the Williams halftime show. We'll take it to break now with the score: FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 2.
Craving comfort? Waldo's Chicken and Beer has you covered. Sink your teeth into our crispy southern fried or juicy rotisserie chicken. And don't forget our scratch-made sides like mac and cheese plus our original sauces. So grab a beer and get clucking to Waldo's. 71st and Yale, Broken Arrow, and Inawasa. Waldo'sChicken.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford, and we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
Make every occasion unforgettable with Waldo's Chicken and Beer. From corporate lunches to special events, enjoy our irresistible dishes, including breakfast. Waldo's full-service catering has you covered. We'll handle the food so you can focus on what matters. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, catering made easy.
Well, Taylor Carrera's 18th minute penalty was pegged back with 2 goals from New Mexico United in the space of 7 minutes to give us that halftime score. FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 2. We're back with the Williams halftime show right after this.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Little one-touch, Avievu sets it up, Avievu!
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
USL All Access on SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, we've got all the news around the championship.
This series is a dead heat.
This is the one we've talked about since the end of May.
We'll recap weekly results, talk about player transactions, coaching tactics, and hey, maybe even a guest appearance by some interviews.
Who knows? SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night and the following day on the USL YouTube page and the SiriusXM app.
Yeah, welcome back into One Oak Field. FC Tulsa are behind here to a very impressive New Mexico United side who scored those 2 goals in the space of 7 minutes. Let's have a look, Anna Bergel, at the standings. And we know who's top of the league. It's FC Tulsa, but with a win tonight, New Mexico could go as high.
There from the top and the bottom, but still a lot of room left for some shaking up here in the final top 8 as we head into those playoff spots. As a reminder, you see that red line, top 8 will go into playoffs. Top 4 host a playoff game. FC Tulsa currently where they want to be, but will have to do some work here in the second half and as the season remains to stay atop the Western Conference standings. And New Mexico United's put on a great first half performance, Dave, so a lot of quality teams here chasing after FC Tulsa.
Certainly are chasing you when you are top of the pile. Let's have a look at some scores from around the grounds tonight. Some have finished, some are in progress, some yet to kick off. And it finished in the earliest kickoff. Lexington 2, Phoenix Rising 0. There was a 0-0 stalemate between 10-man Miami FC and El Paso. And there was a 1-1 draw between Pittsburgh and Orange County. And as you can see, some important games. Oakland Roots kick off at 9 p.m. against the Switchbacks. And then Las Vegas Lights and San Antonio, who are chasing FC Tulsa, at 9:30. And even later than that, over there on the West Coast, is Sacramento, again a team in that top 4 against Monterey Bay. As we now take a look at some news and notes, and we just mentioned there Las Vegas Lights. Well, they have appointed Charleston Battery assistant Devin Rensing as their new head coach. Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, who extended their undefeated streak against Indy 11 to 10 matches. That's since September 2018. Congratulations to them, and I think you know this one if you're an FC Tulsa fan, but they have acquired the former USL League One Golden Boot winner. That's Trevor Amin, who's making his full start tonight in this game, and that was via transfer from Sacramento Republic. You're up to date with the standings, the scores, the news and notes. We'll take one more break and we'll show you how the first half unfolded. Halftime here is FC Tulsa 1, New Mexico United 2.
I'm Yvonne Clark. I'm a mom, an engineer, a soccer player, and your Mrs. Oklahoma American.
But before all that, I was a little girl who worked hard and had big dreams. Today, I help build infrastructure that powers homes and cities. But what powers me is purpose. And that purpose is to inspire the next generation, especially young girls, see how powerful and capable they are. I want my daughters and every young girl in Tulsa to know that they belong in every room, on every stage, on every pitch, and in every story. And that's why nights like this matter. FC Tulsa is more than a team. It's a celebration of community, connection, and possibility. So let's keep building a city where every little girl can find her voice, her strength, and her path. And to every little girl out there with a dream, Tulsa believes in you. FC Tulsa celebrates you.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford, and we're proud to be part of the Tulsa community and Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 16 years, providing you with unmatched sales and ownership experience. We're grateful for the trust and support you've shown us, making our continued growth and success possible. Here's to 16 years of sales leadership and many more to come.
Join us at Bill Knight Ford and BillKnightFord.com, 96th and Memorial, and home of the Knight Advantage.
All right, Trauma OR team, I've got an 18-year-old female that was involved in a motor vehicle collision.
Everybody in position. Okay, everybody, level 1 trauma coming in. Senior resident up top.
We got 49 under count. We got to move a little faster. Yeah.
Tulsa's first. Tulsa's only. Level 1 Trauma Center.
Well, tonight's match is brought to you by Ascension St. John. Illness and injuries don't wait, neither do we. Ascension St. John is here when you need us. Visit us at ascension.org/St. John. And by Bill Knight Ford, home of the Knight Advantage. And by Williams, we make clean energy happen. Well, let's have a look how the first half unfolded with my broadcast partner here, Anna Burgle.
New Mexico United coming into a tough environment here at One Oak Field, and the physicality of this game, a lot on the line as we got to look at the standings earlier on. FC Tulsa in the lead from that perspective, but New Mexico on their heels, and Taylor Carrera against the run of play here, capitalizing on a penalty kick opportunity. Diallo did some great work there leading up to that, but then this is another great piece of work, a bit of a defensive lapse from FC Tulsa, but Hurst sticking with the play, doing a great job to maintain his composure here and capitalize quickly, find the equalizer, and then not short after, New Mexico United again just continuing to knock on the door. Great combination play, and then Jabang, unbelievable technique here. Curler to that far post, and Johan Peñaranda not able to get to it in time, and New Mexico United finding themselves in front here at One Oak Field.
Yeah, very fine finish there, and we'll have a look at the stats, and we can see that the possession certainly in favor, as we said in commentary, for New Mexico United.
And that's something FC Tulsa will definitely want to kind of flip here in the second half. I mean, they're comfortable absorbing that pressure, finding opportunities on the break, but now finding themselves behind, will have to do some quick work, and we've seen them in this position before throughout the season. They've had multiple comebacks, so something that New Mexico United FC is definitely mindful of. They'll want to come out, Dave, get that next quick goal. They've had 4 of those shots on target, but want to try to find that third goal here to just extend, give a little bit of comfort as they know FC Tulsa will be on their heels.
Let's have a look at the team of the week. See some familiar names. Matt Mahoney there anchoring the defence. Eric Calvillo in there. Moreno. Congratulations to all of those. Gabby Torres there, the former FC Tulsa player, and well done as well to Danny Cruz, the Lou City coach, who is the coach of the week, and his side going very well, by the way, in the top of the table clash. 4 first half goals against Charleston Battery. Well, Anna Burgle, if you are Luke Spencer, or you've just been Luke Spencer and you're Dennis Sanchez, what do you think the respective coaches' team talks might have been like?
We've seen FC Tulsa come out pretty quickly in these second half positions when they are down or they hadn't played up to their standard in the first half. and make a quick change and come out with new energy. And I'd expect to see that here now. And they've had moments throughout the season that they can draw from to where they believe they can still win this game. They know they have the skill set to do it, the assets to make it happen, but they'll definitely need some leadership here to come out against a tough New Mexico United team. And from the opposition's perspective, I mean, they've had a great first half. They've done really well in possession. They've moved FC Tulsa around defensively. They've, despite going down first with that goal from Carrera, they've fought back. They've maintained composure. They've had some great individual play as well. Akale, Lindsay's done a great job. The goal by Jabang was outstanding. So they've had some really great moments in that first half that they'll want to build on. And they know FC Tulsa is going to come out fighting. They've seen that. FC Tulsa has kind of been on that streak where no matter if they've found themselves behind, they've been able to fight their way back. So New Mexico United will want to do everything in their power to not let FC Tulsa find that rhythm and momentum again here, especially at home in front of their fans.
You can see there the number 10, El Medkar, has just come onto the field, replacing Trevor Amin. There he is. And he will be up front with Taylor Carrera and Jamie Webber in that substitution brought to you by Sweet Shots. As far as we can see, and we've been told, no substitutions for New Mexico United, who lead this one by 2-1. El Medkar's a good player, Anna. He's had to wait his turn a little bit, and, you know, a very fine striker.
He is. I mean, there have, again, been moments throughout the season where he's come off the bench and made an immediate impact, and when he's gotten the start, he's been a great consistent force for FC Tulsa as well. So I'd imagine Luke Spencer's, you know, been very bold with substitutions throughout the season. He definitely utilizes his full team, so making a strategic change here, hopefully El Medkar will bring that spark to the attack that they're looking for.
Yeah, 3 goals this season from Khalil El Medkar. FC Tulsa will be then, to get us underway, if you're a neutral tuning into this one, FC Tulsa, the home side, playing in black and gold shirts from left to right on your screens, up against old rivals New Mexico United, playing in all yellow. Remember, we said in the open, New Mexico came here last season very late on, got a 1-1 draw which secured their top spot. They went into the playoffs. Beat Phoenix Rising 2-1 in the first round. Here's FC Tulsa. Straight off the bat, here's El Medkar. Ball's going to drop for Harvey Sinclair! It did not take long, and the Scotsman draws it level for FC Tulsa. 45 seconds into the second half. We're level again. FC Tulsa 2, New Mexico United 2.
And you knew FC Tulsa was going to come out with energy here. Great combination play. St. Clair, you see him continuing his run going forward. The initial strike broken up from El Medkar, and St. Clair just composes himself, strikes this one with pace on frame for his first goal of the season.
What a time to get your first goal of the season. We said that I'm sure New Mexico would have talked about FC Tulsa in the second half, and here they are. Straight onto the attack. El Medkar was involved. It's like Luke Spencer could do no wrong. He brings the substitutes on and they all do something immediately.
I know El Medkar leading up to that play again in the mix there, doing a great job just shaking things up from an offensive perspective. And FC Tulsa now.
Yeah, El Medkar thought he was through there, and referee said he was not tripped. Long ball this time from New Mexico. Hurst is there with Rogers, holds him off, brings in Valentin Noel, back to Hurst. Hurst curls the ball to the far post. That's easy for Johan Peñaranda in front of his faithful fans. And he will just want to calm things down. Another electric start to the second half here at One Oak Field. Lamar Batista will go back to Johan Peñaranda. Ball to Jamie Webber. Webber's in lots of space here. Could try one. Does hit one! Oh, it's just wide. Well, Jamie Webber Didn't need much of an invitation there. He ran down the middle of the field and thought, why not? And he struck it just wide with keeper Shakes sprawling to his left.
You can see how quickly FC Tulsa can move from back to front. Weber just accelerates quickly, gets his head up, understands where he is on the field, and gets all of that one, but just wide. Shakes might have had it covered. We'll get another look here at the replay, but just in space, cuts across. And this one a couple feet wide there, but still generating some power and some momentum again going forward for FC Tulsa.
Again, the direct style from FC Tulsa. Diallo goes in for a strong tackle there with Lindsay, and then the referee said there was a foul, and it's Hurst. Lindsay's down. Hurst commits the foul. Lindsay took a knock there, so some attention needed for him. What an explosive start to the second half. I hope you're enjoying this one on ESPN Plus and My41 here in Tulsa. What is it about One Oak Field and FC Tulsa? They just seem to produce excitement, drama, you know, any time in the game, but particularly at the beginning of the second or late on in the second.
And especially at this point in the season, a lot of it is just the mental belief, and FC Tulsa definitely has that. We'll get another look here at the replay, and just to see with numbers, player, right place, right time pops up. That's not an easy ball to bring down either. He's able to calmly watch it all the way through to his foot with enough pace. Shakes was in the right position, but St. Clair just enough on it. And again, in those first few moments in the second half, it's so important for both teams just to stay mentally switched on. And if you're New Mexico United, you understand FC Tulsa has that ability to come out really strong. So it's unfortunate from their perspective because just switch off mentally, and now you find yourself 2-2, as FC Tulsa fans have learned throughout the season at One Oak Field that despite FC Tulsa being down at times, they definitely continue to fight and usually have found a way to put themselves back in a game.
Let's put it this way. You never want to leave One Oak Field early, do you?
No.
It's drama all the way. New Mexico will want to sit in here and stem some of the tide. Here's Arthur Rogers. Neat ball to Serrato. Serrato curls! Oh, what a goal from the Brazilian! Well, talk about shape of a shot. He tells everybody to calm down. It's similar to his free kick a few games ago. The shape of the shot, excellent. It's FC Tulsa 3, New Mexico United 2.
Again, FC Tulsa just building on that momentum. Arthur Rogers does a great job here, slows the game down, understands the option from Serrato. Quick turn, and what an unbelievable strike. It's almost exactly a spitting image of that free kick. The technique in swinger with his left foot. As you can see, New Mexico United players don't converge on him quick enough, and he releases that quick shot. Shakes is beaten, and FC Tulsa in front.
Would you believe it? 6 minutes of the second half. It was 2-1 at half-time. Whatever Luke Spencer said to them is working, because they now find themselves, the league leaders, 3-2 up against New Mexico, who now have to pick themselves up. Low ball into the box. That hits Akale. Akale keeps the ball. No, he doesn't keep the ball in. The assistant referee said it had gone out for a goal kick. Serrato's second goal of the season. The first one, as Anna Bergel quite rightly pointed out, in a similar position from a free kick. But Serrato is absolutely hit that one really sweet. He's still celebrating now, the Brazilian. And he had to work his way into this team. Let's not forget that. Didn't start the first few games. He's one of those blue-collar workers, often unseen. But boy, when he hits a shot towards goal or a free kick, he really hits it well. Peñaranda with the goal kick up into the night sky here at One Oak Field. You would not bet against more goals in this game of football. Here's Owen Darm. gets pushed to the ground. In fact, when you look at the head-to-head, last year there were 2 draws, 1-1 here we've already talked about. There was a 6-goal point shared equally 3-3 game in New Mexico on almost exactly actually a year ago. And then there's been 3 games that have finished 2-1. So these two always produce goals. Here's the ball into the box. It's going to fall here for Elmedkar! Oh, it's 4! What a stunning start to the second half! Calera with the assist. Elmedkar the substitute. He scores FC Tulsa's 4th. It is FC Tulsa 4, New Mexico United 2.
14 different players contributing to FC Tulsa goals this season, some of them starters, some of them substitutes, and I think this is just a big testament to the depth of this FC Tulsa team. Elmedkar coming on at halftime, and FC Tulsa just an electric start to this first half. Owen Dom playing a dangerous ball in, Calera with that final touch. And I think just the assertiveness there from Elmedkar to just throw his body in front of defenders, take that first step and put himself in a position to put this one away. You see from this angle here, defender on his left side coming in on the right. He understands the contact is coming and just able to get enough on it to put it in the back of the net. And this game has turned on its head. FC Tulsa with early second half goals in this place. The energy is back here at One Oak Field.
I will confirm this. There's a lacrosse law yellow card there for Marcus Serrato. I will confirm this, everybody watching at home, but I think those 3 goals were scored in the space of 7 minutes. As you say, Anna, it's completely turned this game on its head. And in fact, I'm looking now, I was 1 out, 8 minutes. Goals timed at 46, 51 and 54. 3 second half goals. And FC Tulsa just keep on entertaining, especially here at One Oak Field. And New Mexico, not surprisingly, are going to their bench. Maples, the captain, shouting at his team. Serrato gets the lacrosse law yellow card. Defensive line held on the 18 by FC Tulsa. Batista has been strong in defense, and it will be a throw-in for FC Tulsa. Absolutely stunning, Anna Bergel.
And what's crazy is anyone that has watched this FC Tulsa team throughout the season could almost expect that, because they've just continued to fight in these games, coming in from behind, and have just been able to find a way.
Now here's the ball for Harvey Sinclair, who got things going in the second half on the 46th minute with his first goal of the season. Finds Elmedkar, who's been fully involved. Boubacar Diallo works it across to Jamie Webber. Webber wants 5 for his team. Elmedkar with a shot! Oh, and it's just wider. It could have been 5. This is a totally different game of football than we saw in the first half.
And the build-up from FC Tulsa was really thoughtful. You had players going forward with numbers, that square ball into the midfield, and just quickly from right to left. And FC Tulsa with another great opportunity in Elmedkar, trying to build second half substitute again, and St. Clair in space here.
Harvey Sinclair, freedom of One Oak Field on the right-hand side. Back to Rogers. Rogers to the far post. Shakes will want to get the hands on the football. He won't. Can't believe what's happened. New Mexico wanting to just have some possession here. It's a good ball into the box, but Valentin Noel couldn't quite control it, and then he throws Harvey Sinclair to the ground. Got to be careful. Didn't quite control it. Serato having a few words. Let's have a look at the replay here into the box.
It was well defended from St. Clair, and you just saw a little bit of extra frustration there coming out from New Mexico United. Noel will have to be cognizant of that here. And that's where, if you're New Mexico United, there's still time left in this game, so want to maintain composure, not let yourself kind of lose your head in those moments. Because we've seen how quickly they scored in a span of, I think, what, Dave, 6 or 7 minutes here in the first half. So they have the ability to make quick changes. They just need to continue to stay focused.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you're right, in the grouping of the goals, 7 minutes separated the 2 goals scored by New Mexico in the first half, and 8 minutes separating the 3 from FC Tulsa. Well, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship, from the Academy to the big leagues. Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. And the Select ball has been in the net 6 times tonight, and who'd bet against any more from either side? In amongst all the excitement, that man there, Taylor Carrera, thanks to Ben, who works so hard behind the scenes here at FC Tulsa, he becomes the leading goal scorer in a single campaign in club history. That's from 2015, the restart as the Roughnecks. 14 in all competitions, 10 in the league, as we know, 2 in the US Open Cup and 2 in the Jägermeister Cup. The most in only USL regular season was Philip Goodrum in the 22-23 with 12. So congratulations to Taylor Carrera, who is a wonderful signing for FC Tulsa.
Yeah, outstanding addition he has been to this team. Obviously from a goal scoring perspective, but he also just lifts other players up around him. So many players have contributed to goals this season. He's been involved in assists and just the way that he impacts games, and he draws players away. So congratulations to him, and just the unbelievable season that he has had. Looks like a quick substitution here for FC Tulsa. Stauffer checks in.
Yeah, Lucas Stauffer comes in. That substitution brought to you by Sweet Shots. He replaces the scorer of the second goal, would equal the game up at 2-2. That's Harvey Sinclair, who's worked really hard tonight and deserves a rest on a pretty hot and steamy night. 4-2. Entertainment at its best in the USL. The league leaders up against New Mexico United, who at half-time in the live standings were sitting in second place with the 3 points. Now there's a foul by Owen Darm on Akale. Quickly on with it are the yellow and black here of New Mexico, Akale. There's the ball into the box, Joe, and Peñaranda is there to take that one. Peñaranda won't get a clean sheet tonight, but you'd have to say he couldn't have stopped, I don't think, either goal from New Mexico tonight, but he's just a fantastic goalkeeper, and it's always built from the back with a strong goalkeeper, isn't it? Successful teams.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I've always loved his story. I mean, when players get opportunities, it can be make or break if you take them, and just kind of absorbing that pressure, and on a very short-term contract for FC Tulsa initially, and just continued to lengthen it because of how great he was and how much they loved having him back there. And so he's just been one of those neat stories.
Taylor Carrera gets the Lacoste Law yellow card. Maples is chatting to Jeremy Shear, the captain. We can tell you that Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. On comes Thomas Pondeka, wearing 27, and he's going to go up on the left wing. Valentin Noel will drift into that number 10 position, so it's an attacking substitution because the man to make way is Gideon Zelalem, who is a central midfielder. There's Gloucester. Back to the new men, Pondeka. Bailey chips the ball into the box. Powerful header away from Labar Batista. Weber has won it for FC Tulsa. Plays in Taylor Carrera. Carrera once more. 10 for the season. Got the penalty. He's going to go all the way here. Taylor Carrera surrounded by 2, and that's good defending in the end from New Mexico United, who keep it at 4-2. What's wrong, Anna Berger? We haven't had any goals for a few minutes.
No, you were out of breath there for a little bit.
Well, you wouldn't bet against this New Mexico side here. They know how to knock this ball around, and they've just made an attacking substitution. Great rivals of FC Tulsa. Sliding challenge won by Weber. Jamie Weber now. Calera is there. El Medcar's making it as well. Weber goes for goal, and that one will worry the families on the grassy banks more than Christopher Shakes in the New Mexico goal.
New Mexico United will really want to tighten things up in the midfield. There have been a few opportunities through turnovers where FC Tulsa has done a great job just timing those tackles and interceptions in the midfield that have turned into quick transition opportunities. That one skied over, but again, just showcasing how quickly FC Tulsa can go from back to front.
Long ball. Golfer will catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Rogers, A.B. Sissoko, the captain, who I'm sure would have said a few words in the locker room at half-time to his team as well. Weber, who seems to, Diallo, who seems to have the freedom of One Oak Field and then gives the ball away, trying to bring in Lucas Storfer. Gloucester read that really well. Greg Hurst, Valentin Noel, tackled by Batista. He said he got the ball. Referee agrees. Hurst nods it on. Away by Sissoko. Gloucester. Accidental handball. I agree with the referee. I'm old school like that, Anna Bergel. I like that refereeing. No way did Chris Gloucester mean to do that, but we've seen them given. Jabang, who scored that wonderful goal. Here's a Carle. Jabang again, chipping it to the far post. Hurst is there, brings it down. Owen Darm is there for FC Tulsa, and he clears the danger, but this is a good response from New Mexico. Lindsay with the throw to Akale. FC Tulsa again with that low block defensively, making the black and yellow play through them. Maples receives the ball here in the middle. Valentin Noel. Storfer read that really well. El Medcar back to Storfer. And the 30-year-old clears the danger for FC Tulsa temporarily because Maples, the captain, plays it forward. Here's Lucas Storfer. Got to be careful. Clears. Johan Peñaranda in the pink shirt clears. Good spell, Anna, from New Mexico here.
It is. They've been a bit more consistent here and composed, just trying to string a few passes together as they get more numbers going forward, and it just takes a quick run in behind or the movement again that we saw from them in the first half, trying to regain that rhythm. A.B. Sissoko tackling Akale there.
Here is Akale, just loves being on the ball. Omar Batista just given that one away to Bailey. Owen Darm will tidy up and then not commit the foul, says the referee. Here's Taylor Carrera. Plays it long to El Medkar. Good first touch from El Medkar. And now he gets pushed down. Referee just saying that was a 50-50 pushing match. El Medkar's first touch there, Anna, was exquisite, but he just kind of ran into the physicality of the defender.
It was, and on the sideline, Luke Spencer really boldly just trying to get numbers forward quickly, just kind of their MO. And El Medkar, you're right, put himself in a great position, but referee deemed 50-50 challenge between those two players in the end.
Luke Spencer, who, as we said, has galvanized this team together, and you know, whether you're on the bench or you know, you're coming on as the likes of Lukic, Coley, El Medkar, you know, you just got to come in and do your bit and not mope around that you're not in the starting 11. I mean, he's just got a squad of players that are hungry for some success here for his team.
He does, and I mean, you could see him there again trying to encourage players to go forward quickly, and especially at this point in the season and just the tired legs.
Forward come New Mexico again.
It takes just that grit and that just mental, I'm going to make that run, I'm going to get forward, because it's so easy, especially in this heat. And if you make that run, maybe my teammate won't get up there with me and it's for a waste, but you've seen all these players buy in, and when they do that, they've seen a ton of goals come from those opportunities, and cheeky from Rogers here to get in behind.
Yeah, good ball into the box as well. And Calera was just over the target there. Great ball from Rogers in. Here's the pushing match, shall we say. Both of them wanting to go for the ball. No call from the referee. He said both of you were doing it. I'll just let play continue. So FC Tulsa making a double sweet shot substitution here. Alex DeLu will come on for Jamie Webber. Webber's worked hard, played a very good game, the South African. And Marcus Serrato will be replaced by Giordano Coley. And we showed you in the open what Giordano Coley can do late on. Well, he's got a little bit more than that. He's got 20 minutes here.
That last sequence again, Rogers, just the creativity there, plays himself in behind, dangerous ball in, and Carrera almost finding that one. That was going to be tough to bring in, but try to create some separation from the defender. Another dangerous opportunity for FC Tulsa.
Well, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. The crowd are in good voice here at One Oak Field. The drums with their rhythmic sounds here in downtown Tulsa, where FC Tulsa's fans are enjoying lots of goals, dramatic moments, and high quality skills. Led by this man, A.B. Sissoko. Coley finds Storfer. Goes back to Rogers. FC Tulsa enjoying more of the possession now. In fact, as I look at the possession stats, it's a little bit more for FC Tulsa, especially in this second half. There's the ball through, but that's going to go all the way through to Shakes. Still in favour of New Mexico, but FC Tulsa have just been so potent in front of goal, Anna, tonight.
They have. I mean, they've had they've, I think, been one of the top teams in the USL Championship as far as shots are concerned, and just in and around the 18, really just been dangerous, and 13 shot attempts so far in this game, 5 of those on goal, and clearly have found a way to be clinical in those key moments in the game.
But a goal now for the black and yellow will give us a thrilling last 17 minutes. FC Tulsa know how to hit the net after the 75th minute. Here's Bailey, finds the substitute, Decker. Mexico enjoying the possession here of the football. Valentin Noel. Storfer tries to get a challenge in. Noel does well, gets a 1-2. Feeds it wide, space here. Ball back across goal, and there's Coley. It was a good ball in, to be fair, from the right back, Jalen Lindsay. But still they come. Lindsay again from that right-hand side. Dumps the ball into the box, kneed away or up into the air by Rogers, who follows up with a header. And El Medkar will belt it anywhere, will do just for a moment. And you don't often see this, Anna Bergel. We're going to see a quadruple substitution. These substitutions brought to you by Sweet Shots. We're going to see the introduction of Rivas, Amang, Vargas and Harris. And we'll see how this will affect the lineup for New Mexico, as we will take a hydration break as the 75-minute mark is up. And one of those substitutes, Sergio Rivas, of course, is closing in on 10,000 regular season minutes in the USL, Anna, which is a wonderful achievement.
It absolutely is. I mean, it's just a testament to his consistency and impact for New Mexico United, and a thoughtful substitution here will definitely change the dynamic of this game, with 4 different players coming in at one time, and both teams with a break here. And we'll take a quick look at the goals for FC Tulsa and how we got to this point. Again, they had the first goal, and then New Mexico United clawed back quickly in the first half, found themselves in front. Here's the first goal from Taylor Carrera against the run of play in that first half. Giallo did a great job leading up to this play to earn that opportunity, and then FC Tulsa in the second half just came out firing. St. Clair, his first of the season, it was a great job to watch that ball all the way into his foot. Great finish. And then Arthur Rogers, just calm here, trying to survey his options, and Serrato, a spitting image of the goal he scored earlier this season, just a rocket with his left foot. And FC Tulsa, how threatening they can be from back to front. Quickly, Owen Dom, Taylor Carrera finds its way to the substitute, El Medkar, and FC Tulsa, just an electric start to that second half, a completely different team than they were in the first, and find themselves up 4-2 here.
With 15 minutes plus the board to go, big moment in the game, as we just told you. On come Sergio Rivas, Thomas Amang, Marlon Vargas and Deon Harris for New Mexico. So will this change things for Dennis Sanchez and his men? Tom. Now FC Tulsa will make a Sweet Shots substitution, and A.B. Sissoko, you don't often see this. The captain gives the captain's armband to Johan Peñaranda, and on will come Delence Pierre. It will be a like-for-like swap. Rogers will go to centre-back. Storfer will come into right-back. FC Tulsa could well play now with a back 5, Anna. But Sissoko, very popular with the fans walks away. There he is. Applauds the fans. He appreciates them, and he has been a fantastic leader this season as an aimless ball comes forward from New Mexico.
I think that tells you just how confident Luke Spencer is with the players that he has on the bench. Players that can come in, make an impact, maintain the level, as we get a beautiful shot here of the moon downtown Tulsa. But again, Boubacar Diallo leading minutes for FC Tulsa, but Sissoko right after him, and I think just the opportunity to maybe give him a rest. I know as a player, hearing a coach say, okay, we gave you some rest, now you should have fresh legs, isn't always that way, but an opportunity to maybe give him a rest here midpoint in the season.
It's a pretty attacking lineup now from the black and yellow here as they chase this game, trailing by 4-2. Remember, they were winning this one by 2-1 at half time. Forward they come. Gloucester switches the play. Owen Darm steps in there before it could get to Marlon Vargas. New Mexico playing from right to left on your screens in their all yellow strip. Bus and also My 41 here locally in Tulsa, Dave Saunders and Anna Bergel bringing you all the action, and there has been plenty of it here at One Oak Field. Valentin Noel lays the ball off for Gloucester. Jabang, scorer of that second goal, seems an age ago now. Pondeka. Jabang. Through to Rivas. Lamar Batista gets to tackle in. There's a little bit of a holding match. Referee in there. Batista and Rivas. And it ends up with a shaking of the hands. Referee will want to just talk, but I think the players will say, look, we've sorted it out ourselves, we're all good. Competitive game, Anna Bergel?
And it has been, and we've talked about the stakes. I mean, both players kind of going at it. You saw, I think, that maybe initial hook from Batista. Rivas didn't like it, and both players just kind of bowing up there. But you saw the handshake at the end, move on quickly.
Still New Mexico come, needing the next goal in the game. Vargas into the box. Out comes Peñaranda with a big shout of keeper's ball and big cheers behind him from the faithful. And that's what you want from your goalkeeper when you're winning the game by 4-2.
Peñaranda falling on that one, just trying to slow the game down a bit here. And this is an opportunity for FC Tulsa to really kind of showcase and build on their maturity as a team this season. They've had moments where, you know, just want to manage this game, manage this scoreline as it is, not give anything up here late.
(4-2) the score. Another couple of players go to ground. Referee says we'll play on. Here's Alex Delou. Delou will hit, but hits the defender and goes in. And FC Tulsa have 5. Alex Delou had the shot. It hits the defender. Unlucky for the goalkeeper. FC Tulsa 5. New Mexico 2.
I think it's really neat. FC Tulsa players going back just to continue to support each other through and through as you see a collective group effort. Delou able to capitalize there. Unfortunate from a New Mexico United perspective with the deflection. But it starts with great defending from Owen Dom here in the midfield. And then Delou able to do the rest, picks this ball up, just drives centrally and says, why not? And then you see that leg stick out, Shakes, nothing he can do. I think this will be a better angle here just to see how impactful that deflection was. And FC Tulsa with 5 here.
And 5 for the first time this season. They have hit 4 3 times, twice against Las Vegas Lights in the league, 4-1 away and 4-3 at home. They have beaten Chattanooga Red Bulls here by 4-1 in the Jägermeister Cup. First time they've hit 5. Always unlucky if you're the defender and that happens. There's nothing you can do, and the goalkeeper can do nothing, Anna.
No, I mean, trying to do the right thing, but Delu with space and opts to go from long range and had to hit it right for that to beat Shakes. And it's enough for FC Tulsa to really extend their lead here pretty comfortably heading into the final 6 or so minutes in regulation, and maybe more left in the tank.
Alex Delu finds Diallo. Diallo is dispossessed. Now New Mexico work down the right-hand side. Harris, one of the 4 substitutes, combining. Valentin Noel gets pushed down by Rogers, and the referee says it will be a free kick right on the edge. Rogers with the push.
Rogers, an experienced player for FC Tulsa, just needing to be careful, not give up those chances, especially around the 18-yard box. And that run coming from Noel again, cutting inside, just trying to make a difference here late in this game for New Mexico United. We'll get a look here at the replay. Tight play at the top of the D there. And Arthur Rogers committing that foul. Referee let play go on and then ultimately ended in a dangerous free kick opportunity here, almost dead central.
It really is, and everybody back, including the draft excluder, which tonight's draft excluder brought to you by Lucas Storfer. Pondeka looks the favourite. Vargas is there as well. The ball is in the D. It is dead central. And there you can see Storfer facing his own goalkeeper, Johan Peñaranda. There's the ball, and it's over the bar. And FC Tulsa survived that one, and it is still 5-2, as we tell you that as the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Well, I'm sure you are enjoying this one on ESPN Plus and My 41. Dave Saunders and Anna Berger with the commentary as the ball is belted forward by New Mexico. Delence Pierre, who don't think has touched the ball yet. Lamar Batista commits the foul. Crowd don't like it. I think the referee's been excellent tonight, by the way. As you know, Anna Berger, I like to praise good officials. Jeremy Shear, in my opinion, is one of the best, and I think he has had a good game tonight.
Started the game off with a pretty tough knock as well, and has stayed consistent in his calls. Kept the game cool, even despite some flaring kind of emotions throughout this game.
And this time Vargas says, I'll have a go. The El Salvadorian has got 2 goals and 2 assists this season. It's quite a long way out. You'd say about 25 yards. It is central again, 4-man wall. Chips it towards goal. And that one lands up on top of the net. And FC Tulsa again survive. And we're in the 88th minute. Well, eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team and play as your favourite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Another stunning game here at One Oak Field in the USL Championship, which is producing lots of goals and lots of excitement again this season. Talking of goals, Louisville City have beaten Charleston by 4-1. That was a top-of-the-table clash in the Eastern Conference. Former FC Tulsa man Philip Goodring got the ball rolling literally in the 3rd minute. There's a header, and it is just wide. And the referee says there was an offside anyway, but that was a brave header from Thomas Amang there, the Cameroonian. Brave header, but it was offside.
Better from New Mexico, though. Great delivery in, just a step, as you mentioned, Dave, behind the defenders. Reminder, it's when that ball is played, have to be in line or in front of those defenders. And Amang, just a step, but again, great header opportunity.
FC Tulsa at the moment with San Antonio to play later on tonight. If the game finishes in their favour, will be 11 points clear at the top of the Western Conference. As I say, hasten to add that San Antonio in second and Sacramento in third play later on tonight. Lubang. FC Tulsa again. Just with that low block, forcing New Mexico to play through them. This is a good run. Was that a handball? Yes, it was, says the referee. And then Coley can feel a little bit aggrieved. As we said earlier on, there was a handball that was turned down, but when it seems to be anywhere near the area, I think referees get a bit more excited, and they'll say that Coley's arm was in an unnatural position. Another chance for Vargas. Almost as you were. Pondeca is there as well. Big moment in the game as we see that we're going to have 7 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time here at the end of this game. Again, Lucas Storfer, as you can see, trying to stop if the wall jumps. Here's Vargas towards goal. Good save, Peñaranda. Got a double punch on that one. And then Boubacar Diallo with the follow-up. Well, you might be winning 5-2 with 7 minutes to go, but your goalkeeper still makes tremendous saves like that.
He's fueling this energy from FC Tulsa fans, as you can see here. And that's what you want, though. He makes the routine saves, but needs to come up in big moments as well.
Here's another ball dumped into the box. Header away from El Medcar, who made an electric start at the beginning of the second half, coming on as a second half sub. Here's the ball into the box again. Batista's there with his tall frame to head it away. New Mexico just won a football. Time running out for the black and yellow here. There's a good ball into the box, a header away from Delence-Pierre, and that will bring us to a Katrina Freshmax corner. Excitement to the last, Anna, and credit the opposition here, who might be 5-2 down, but they're taking this to FC Tulsa late on.
Yeah, New Mexico United with a late surge here. Great opportunity, FC Tulsa trying to mark up.
And the referee said that the assistant said the ball was out and in. And let's not forget, if FC Tulsa can avoid defeat here tonight, it will be 12 games unbeaten. The last defeat was a 2-1 scoreline in Orange County. Records being broken, as we've already told you about Taylor Carrera becoming the FC Tulsa top goal scorer. Here's El Medcar. Here is that man, Carrera. DeLu makes a run. Carrera's gone down off the field. I'm wondering whether he's got some cramp there, actually. Play goes on. Gloucester. FC Tulsa temporarily down to 10. Taylor Carrera gets some treatment. Valentin Noel goes into the box. Arthur Rogers there, experienced defending from Rogers. And then there's a little bit of afters. But, you know, you go back to that Tampa Bay Rowdies victory that was a 1-0. Hard to believe that FC Tulsa were winning games 1-0, and Sacramento Republic here 1-0. Then they went to Sacramento Republic and won 1-0 away. So they've done the double over them. You know, I mean, the record's just, it doesn't matter to Luke Spencer and his men. They just want to keep this going.
And that's the key for Luke Spencer, and just his temperament throughout the season has been, how can we improve? Even if we win the game, what could we have done better? And just analyzing how they can continue to build and improve, and just the level-headed nature of his personality has been really good for this FC Tulsa team. And we talked about it early on in this game, but just the ability to get all of these players to buy in with the changes really every game in the starting lineup, and just breeding that competition and training day in and day out. He's just done a fantastic job just instilling belief in this team, and clearly they all know what they're capable of and have just continued to find a way to win at an outstanding time, especially in the season as they try to stay atop of their conference.
3 minutes to go of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. That's a wonderful ball through and a good save from Peñaranda. Marlon Vargas with a wonderful run through, hit it well, but Peñaranda makes another excellent save and keeps it at 5-2. Another ball into the box. It's going to come here to Pondeka. Pondeka wide on the left, looking for support. Gets it in the shape of Jabang. He chips the ball into the box. Peñaranda comes out, fists away, gets up, because the ball's got to come back. Wonderful finish to this game from the visitors. And in the end, Valentin Noel just slides but cannot keep it in. And FC Tulsa will just take some time out here, Anna, and be as professional as possible. Let's have a look at a couple of saves from Johan Peñaranda.
I mean, Peñaranda has just consistently been great for FC Tulsa. Really good build-up for New Mexico United. Great shot from Vargas to get another angle here, and then Peñaranda just brave goalkeeping, strong punch, back up quickly to continue to assess the play. And what a performance from him really throughout the season. He's just been an anchor to this defense.
Here he is taking the goal kick. Just over a minute left in this game that's produced 7 goals, 3 of them in the first half, 4 in the second. Clumped together. New Mexico scored 2 in the space of 7 minutes. FC Tulsa 3 goals in the space of 8 minutes. Now El Medcar, it's 1-on-1. Taylor Carrera with Maples, but Carrera, remember, he's kind of limping around. No more substitutions to be made, and he's got cramp, and he couldn't sprint forward. Ordinarily, he would have been on a sprint there, and you wouldn't bet against him scoring 1-on-1. Harris. Here's the ball into the box. Rogers gets the header. That'll roll away for a throw-in. Valentin Noel will leave this one for Gloucester. The crowd have been treated again to 5 FC Tulsa goals. The first time this season FC Tulsa scored 5. Of course, this 5 goals pushes them up the team goals in the league. El Medcar. And the referee says that will do it. FC Tulsa go 12 games unbeaten. The fireworks go off, and why not? You've got to feel a little bit sorry for New Mexico United, who really outplayed FC Tulsa in the first half. But this FC Tulsa team is made of stern stuff, and they came back in the second and win it in the end. The scoreboard will tell you quite easily by 5-2.
And coming into this game, that's just what we've continued to highlight about this FC Tulsa team, the resiliency that they've had throughout the season, even when they find themselves down, you can feel that they believe that they're still going to win the game. They're comfortable, and they just continue to fight and found a way back. And so many different players contributing to these victories, which is just a testament to Luke Spencer and the leadership that he has in this team, and all of the players that have bought in to the system, bought into what they need to do, as they've strung together some really quality victories, high energy, kind of high intensity moments for FC Tulsa fans. I'm sure you talked about, Dave, coming into this game, Luke Spencer might have preferred sometimes just an easy 1-0 win as opposed to the back and forth throughout the game. But FC Tulsa, again, finding a way to get it done.
They have, and I'll tell you what, and let's run the highlights now. We've got to show you all of the goals in this game.
And FC Tulsa, again, just so many contributors. Taylor Carrera, calm, perfect from the spot this season. Diallo, Weber, leading up to that play, did a great job earning that penalty kick opportunity. And then New Mexico United, I mean, this was a great piece of play from Hurst, sticking with the play, great awareness from him as a lapse in FC Tulsa's defense. He takes advantage. And then New Mexico United, again, just the build-up, the composure, outplaying FC Tulsa in the first half. Jabang with an unbelievable strike. And for a moment there, you felt New Mexico United were in control. They had the majority of possession. They looked comfortable. They were able to get 2 goals to show for it. And then a completely different team in this second half. And I would say some folks expect that now from this FC Tulsa team. St. Clair with his first of the season, and then it just continued from there. Arthur Rogers, great composure here to pick out Serato in the midfield. Well struck again, that curler far post. He's done that twice this season. And the danger FC Tulsa brings from back to front. Owen Dom, dangerous ball in, finds its way all the way to El Medcar, coming on as a substitute right at the beginning of that second half. And again, just a testament to all of these players that come on, make an impact through and through. And then the late goal, and FC Tulsa, 5 goals so far. First time this season that they've been able to do that.
I'll tell you what, let's go down now to the pitch and speak to the victorious coach here, Luke Spencer. And I'm sure, Luke Spencer, you know what my question is going to be. What did you say to the players at halftime? Because the turnaround was incredible.
Yeah, I told them, you know, we spoke about this. It was going to be tough. We knew it was going to be challenging, having played midweek, and they were fresh, and to embrace the opportunity. You know, I think it was 8 games in 36 days. So when I looked at the schedule at the start of the year, I said this is going to be the tough stretch. So I'm just proud of the guys. Warriors, they fight, they're together, and this is what you get.
Coach, throughout the season, it's really been a theme. Just so many different players contributing to these victories. Just talk about the unity of this team and what each individual player brings to the squad.
Yeah, it's been the theme all season long. You know, regardless of how much you're playing, everybody's important. Every player on our squad is important, and they have to be ready when their moment comes. And so I thought Khalil, his energy off the bench tonight was fantastic. Alex comes off the bench, fantastic. So, you know, the whole group, and that's been the theme all season, and we'll continue to do so.
Obviously still sitting right where you guys want to be, leading the pack, but your temperament the whole season has just been stay focused, focus on each game at hand. I know you're going to answer this question the way I think, but does that continue to stay the mentality in the locker room? You guys just focus on what you can control.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, you know, we'll continue to do so. But, you know, the guys need to feel proud about this. That was a good win to cap off a tough stretch. And, you know, it was a 9-point week. And, you know, excellent teams do that. And so just proud of the guys overall.
And Luke, we don't often, or we haven't had a chance to talk about this, great entertainment for the fans. Are you feeling that on the sideline as well, the energy from the fans?
Absolutely, absolutely. The past 2 games especially have been electric, and you know, they're pushing us through it. We had some tired legs at the end there, and so you can feel the energy. We thrive off of it. We need it again.
Luke, congratulations again for the turnaround, and the first time your team this season, I'm sure you know, have scored 5 goals. Tremendous stuff, and well done for being top of the league tonight.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Luke Spencer there, and Anna, it almost seems that he can do no wrong, you know, in what he's doing this season.
Absolutely. I mean, and you've seen just his temperament, just focused on what they want to accomplish this season, but also taking a moment to be proud of the team and what they've accomplished in this tough stretch.
We'll take one more break. We'll come back and we'll wrap this one up. It's been so entertaining. FC Tulsa have won it by 5-2.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
All right, Trauma OR team, I've got an 18-year-old female that was involved in a motor vehicle collision.
Everybody in position. Okay, everybody, level 1 trauma coming in. Senior resident up top.
We got 49 number count. We got to move a little faster. Yeah.
Tulsa's first.
Chest to the pelvis, please.
Pulses only. Level 1 Trauma Center.
What does it take to safely transport 1/3 of America's natural gas? To meet the ever-growing energy demands of revolutionary technologies, to cleanly, reliably, and affordably power the world, it takes experience. 117 years worth. Experience that helps society move towards brave new horizons in technology and innovation that continues powering the future of our nation and the globe. Experience powers us.
Welcome back into One Oak Field. Another pulsating night, 7 goals. Let's have a look at some more stats. And Anna, what do you pick out of the stats on the night?
You know, I think New Mexico United, the fact that they had 70% of the possession, but FC Tulsa, again, just being direct in their approach, thoughtful in their passes, and just being able to move quickly from back to front as a unit. The 14 shots, 6 of those on target, 5 of those in the back of the net. It's just unbelievable, and come from behind victory again for this FC Tulsa side, and they just continue to produce thrilling matchups. New Mexico United put on a great performance in the first half, but outdone in the second half for FC Tulsa.
Well, I think Luke Spencer told us there that FC Tulsa have played 8 games in the last 36 days. Let's have a look at their upcoming schedule for the rest of August and into September. They go to Hartford Athletic, that one on the 16th. A week later, Orange County back here at One Oak Field. Orange County, the last team in the league to beat FC Tulsa. They go to Colorado Springs Switchbacks to finish out the month of August, and then Birmingham Legion at home in September. And then, no doubt, New Mexico United will want to get their own back, Anna, in the return at Isotope Stadium. Let's have a look at New Mexico's schedule. Las Vegas Lights, they go to Lou City, never easy to go there. Then home to Sacramento Republic, and then they go to San Antonio and finish up that caption there with a mid-September game against Detroit City FC. Anna, we always say, whether you're New Mexico, FC Tulsa, wherever you are in the league, no game is easy in this USL Championship that seems to raise the bar every season.
You're absolutely right, and especially at this point in the season, points continue to become so important as we get a look at the man of the match for FC Tulsa, Owen Dom, presented by Waldo's Chicken and Beer. And Dave, I think it's just a testament to how many players contributed to this game, because it wasn't a goal scorer here that's the man of the match. Owen Dom doing so much of that work off the ball, creating opportunities. He was a key component in that last goal from DeLu, winning the ball in the midfield. So just nice to see players like that recognized. He's had an outstanding season for FC Tulsa.
Well, Anna Bergel, I don't know about you, I can't wait for the next one here at One Oak Field, because it just provides entertainment. Stunning game tonight. Thank you so much for your expertise tonight, Anna. Thank you so much to our wonderful team who bring us shots of the moon and shots of the goal, and they bring us the sights and the sounds. Thank you to you at home for tuning in on ESPN Plus or maybe locally here in My 41 here in Tulsa. If you live in Tulsa, I'd encourage you to come down if you haven't already to watch FC Tulsa. New Mexico United provided the stats worth looking at in the first half. FC Tulsa stunning in the second, including Marcus Serrato. Alex DeLu with his deflected shot got the fifth. The first time FC Tulsa have scored 5. They'll finish the night on top of the pile. It finished FC Tulsa 5, New Mexico United 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
To see if we can get anything from this. Foot there now. Here's Greg Hurst with AB Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy. Foot there now. Here's Greg Hurst with AB Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy Lacourse law yellow card for AB Sissoko, who's going to the assistant and saying it was Greg Hurst pulling my shirt in the first place. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can get anything from this.
You can
foot there now. Here's Greg Hurst with AB Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy Lacourse law yellow card for AB Sissoko, who's going to the assistant and saying it was Greg Hurst pulling my shirt in the first place. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can get anything from this.
You can
foot there now. Here's Greg Hurst with AB Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy Lacourse law yellow card for AB Sissoko, who's going to the assistant and saying it was Greg Hurst pulling my shirt in the first place. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can get anything from this.
You can
foot there now. Here's Greg Hurst with AB Sissoko, who rugby tackles him to the ground, and that will be an easy Lacourse law yellow card for AB Sissoko, who's going to the assistant and saying it was Greg Hurst pulling my shirt in the first place. Let's have a look at the replay to see if we can get anything from this.
You can
1-2 back. Diallo still with the ball at his feet. Diallo gone down. Penalty to 1-2 back. Diallo still with the ball at his feet. Diallo gone down. Penalty to 1-2 back. Diallo still with the ball at his feet. Diallo gone down. Penalty to 1-2 back. Diallo still with the ball at his feet. Diallo gone down. Penalty to right-footed and easily beat Shakes and slots home his 10th league goal of the season. It is right-footed and easily beat Shakes and slots home his 10th league goal of the season. It is right-footed and easily beat Shakes and slots home his 10th league goal of the season. It is right-footed and easily beat Shakes and slots home his 10th league goal of the season. It is. Noel has gone down, but the referee will say. Noel has gone down, but the referee will say. Noel has gone down, but the referee will say. Noel has gone down, but the referee will say. Jaden Maples, the captain, the 26-year-old, plays it wide to Valentin Noel. Noel again, seeing a lot of the ball wide on the left here. Taylor Carrera having to be an extra defender back there. But again, FC Tulsa have done well, and in the end, Jaden Maples, the captain, the 26-year-old, plays it wide to Valentin Noel. Noel again, seeing a lot of the ball wide on the left here. Taylor Carrera having to be an extra defender back there. But again, FC Tulsa have done well, and in the end, Jaden Maples, the captain, the 26-year-old, plays it wide to Valentin Noel. Noel again, seeing a lot of the ball wide on the left here. Taylor Carrera having to be an extra defender back there. But again, FC Tulsa have done well, and in the end, Jaden Maples, the captain, the 26-year-old, plays it wide to Valentin Noel. Noel again, seeing a lot of the ball wide on the left here. Taylor Carrera having to be an extra defender back there. But again, FC Tulsa have done well, and in the end, tackle, says Oko. Hurst still again, can he make it 1-1? Still with the ball, and he hits it home, and Greg Hurst would not give up, and he equals the game up in the 34th. Tackle, says Oko. Hurst still again, can he make it 1-1? Still with the ball, and he hits it home, and Greg Hurst would not give up, and he equals the game up in the 34th. Tackle, says Oko. Hurst still again, can he make it 1-1? Still with the ball, and he hits it home, and Greg Hurst would not give up, and he equals the game up in the 34th. Tackle, says Oko. Hurst still again, can he make it 1-1? Still with the ball, and he hits it home, and Greg Hurst would not give up, and he equals the game up in the 34th. On the score. Akale inside the box again, trying to trick his way through. Good ball into the box, headed away. FC Tulsa clear the lines, but back come New Mexico again. There's a shot towards goal. That is on the score. Akale inside the box again, trying to trick his way through. Good ball into the box, headed away. FC Tulsa clear the lines, but back come New Mexico again. There's a shot towards goal. That is on the score. Akale inside the box again, trying to trick his way through. Good ball into the box, headed away. FC Tulsa clear the lines, but back come New Mexico again. There's a shot towards goal. That is on the score. Akale inside the box again, trying to trick his way through. Good ball into the box, headed away. FC Tulsa clear the lines, but back come New Mexico again. There's a shot towards goal. That is. Here's Taylor Carrera trying to twist and turn his way into the box. Now there was a foul. Here's Taylor Carrera trying to twist and turn his way into the box. Now there was a foul. Here's Taylor Carrera trying to twist and turn his way into the box. Now there was a foul. Here's Taylor Carrera trying to twist and turn his way into the box. Now there was a foul. Calera's been rising 2-1 in the first round. Here's FC Tulsa. Straight off the bat, here's El Medcar. Ball's going to drop for Harvey Sinclair! It did not take long! And this rising 2-1 in the first round. Here's FC Tulsa. Straight off the bat, here's El Medcar. Ball's going to drop for Harvey Sinclair! It did not take long! And this rising 2-1 in the first round. Here's FC Tulsa. Straight off the bat, here's El Medcar. Ball's going to drop for Harvey Sinclair! It did not take long! And this rising 2-1 in the first round. Here's FC Tulsa. Straight off the bat, here's El Medcar. Ball's going to drop for Harvey Sinclair! It did not take long! And this in here and stem some of the tide. Here's Arthur Rogers. Neat ball to Serrato. Serrato kills! Oh, what a goal for the Brazilian! Oh, what a goal for the Brazilian! What in here and stem some of the tide. Here's Arthur Rogers. Neat ball to Serrato. Serrato kills! Oh, what a goal for the Brazilian! What in here and stem some of the tide. Here's Arthur Rogers. Neat ball to Serrato. Serrato kills! Oh, what a goal for the Brazilian! What? These two always produce goals. Here's the ball into the box. It's going to fall here for El Medcar! Oh, it's four! What a stunning! These two always produce goals. Here's the ball into the box. It's going to fall here for El Medcar! Oh, it's four! What a stunning! These two always produce goals. Here's the ball into the box. It's going to fall here for El Medcar! Oh, it's four! What a stunning! These two always produce goals. Here's the ball into the box. It's going to fall here for El Medcar! Oh, it's four! What a stunning!
With early second half goals in this place, the energy is back here at One Oak Field.
I will confirm.
With early second half goals in this place, the energy is back here at One Oak Field.
I will confirm.
With early second half goals in this place, the energy is back here at One Oak Field.
I will confirm.
With early second half goals in this place, the energy is back here at One Oak Field.
I will confirm. That's a good ball into the box, but Valentino El couldn't quite control it, and then he throws up. It's a good ball into the box, but Valentino L couldn't quite control it, and then he throws up. It's a good ball into the box, but Valentino L couldn't quite control it, and then he throws up. It's a good ball into the box, but Valentino L couldn't quite control it, and then he throws up. Goalkeeper, isn't it? Successful teams.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I've always loved his story. I mean, when players get opportunities, it can be make or break if you take them and just kind of absorbing that pressure and on a very short term.
Goalkeeper, isn't it? Successful teams.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I've always loved his story. I mean, when players get opportunities, it can be make or break if you take them and just kind of absorbing that pressure and on a very short term.
Goalkeeper, isn't it? Successful teams.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I've always loved his story. I mean, when players get opportunities, it can be make or break if you take them and just kind of absorbing that pressure and on a very short term.
Goalkeeper, isn't it? Successful teams.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I've always loved his story. I mean, when players get opportunities, it can be make or break if you take them and just kind of absorbing that pressure and on a very short term.
To the score. Another couple of players go to ground. Referee says we'll play on. Here's Alex Delou. Delou will hit, but hits the defender and goes in. And FC Tulsa to the score. Another couple of players go to ground. Referee says we'll play on. Here's Alex Delou. Delou will hit, but hits the defender and goes in. And FC Tulsa to the score. Another couple of players go to ground. Referee says we'll play on. Here's Alex Delou. Delou will hit, but hits the defender and goes in. And FC Tulsa to the score. Another couple of players go to ground. Referee says we'll play on. Here's Alex Delou. Delou will hit, but hits the defender and goes in. And FC Tulsa